3-1, inequalities, solve and graph equalities. We talked about this yesterday, but I'm going to make this one official. Okay. When we solved all the equations before, it was always x equals something. It was like 2x plus 3 equals, I don't know, call it 9. When we solved this, we had 2x equals 6, x equals 3. What did I tell you? This is the reason I like math so much. What is the answer?
X equals
There are no other answers.
3.
That's just one answer. X equals 3. No arguing, no proofs needed. There's your answer. However, we're not doing that with inequalities. Now, instead of having one answer, we'll have infinite answers, or maybe 0 answers. But it won't be one. Okay? So you know these: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. I have to add the little, they don't have that symbol. Again, I wish they would have asked math teachers when they were making this. Okay? So there you go. Interval notation. We use this to write the answers, inequalities. Now, we're doing the same thing in 9th grade with graphing. This is what we did today, right here. Now, I started in 9th grade today. I also started putting this answer down that they didn't need to know. I'm not going to grade it right or wrong. I'm going to introduce it a little bit earlier. So this is what you did in Algebra 2. You did something, and x is greater than 3 is what your answer came up to be. And then you graphed it. You went to 3, you put an open circle, and you shaded this way. Okay? I will not ask you to graph anymore. Okay, we're done with graphing. Okay? I will ask you for solutions. When I say solutions, that means the solutions that make this true. And obviously you can't write them all down. Okay? Now, since this circle is open, we're going to use a open parenthesis. If it was colored in, this is a new graph underneath it. Okay, if it was colored, can't do it that way. If it was colored in and went this way, it would be a bracket. Okay? So this would be x greater than or equal to 3. This is x greater than 3. And this is the solution for that one. The solution for this one that's greater than would be bracket 3 to infinity. You can never use a bracket on infinity, because they still say it never ends. Okay? And I tried to write that down here. Lazy 8, that's infinity. Does not equal the value. Brackets does equal the value. So I want everyone sitting there to take a moment and write the solutions to this graph. What I mean is I want set interval notation. What are the solutions? How could we write this in interval notation? That one right there. Shouldn't take it too long. Remember, use your infinities. You're either going to use parentheses or brackets. I think these are called brackets, right? Or are they braces?
Bracket, yeah.
Braces are these, right?
Yeah. No. Braces? Oh, I thought you meant, okay, because braces, those are called brackets.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I have the terminology. I'll check on that, but I call these squiggly lines,
Basically.
and these were brackets.
Yeah, easily.
Now, the way I do set interval notation is I go left to right. So I go as far left as I can. This never ends. So what happens way here at the left then? Negative infinity. So I have an open parenthesis. Then I put a comma. After the comma, I worry about how far right it goes. Well, it goes all the way up to -1 and includes -1. So I put a bracket. Okay? So there you go. They don't have the lazy 8 either, so I have to draw little circles. Well, I have a blank sheet. That means I can put some more on there. So I want you to find, let me give you the exact terminology because I want everyone to be on the, okay? Here's the exact terminology you will see. Solve the inequality and give interval notation. Okay, that's what you're going to see on worksheets or quizzes or tests. That terminology. So let's do one. Let's just jump right into the fun. Negative x minus 4x plus 2 less than or equal to 6. Okay, the first thing we have to do on this one is find my pen. Let's distribute the 4 through. So I have negative x minus 4x minus 8 less than or equal to 6. Combine like terms. Okay? I'm going to add an 8. I'm going to add an 8. Negative 5x less than or equal to 14. I'm going to divide by a negative. Very good. Flip the sign. Okay? You're going to flip the sign. Whenever you multiply or divide by a negative, you flip it. Okay? So now I solved it. Now I have to come up with interval notation. And some people, you may have to do this for a while. Some people have to graph it first. They're going to put a 0 here. Negative, just underneath negative 3. They're going to shade this way, and they're going to color it in. Okay, I don't have a problem if you do that, because then right below the graph, they just do this. Well, that circle's colored in, and that goes to infinity. I'm not grading on the graph part. I'm not requiring you to do that. But sometimes it helps the people on the graph figure out what they have to put in. Some of you may just see, well, it's greater than or equal to. And this usually points in the right direction you're going. So I know it includes that, and I know it goes to infinity. Some of you, I would recommend you do this. Okay? Get the graph, and then go to here. Some of you have no problems going straight there. Okay? I put this for in one reason only. The negative, make sure you flip it. Okay? Let's try one more.
Here. Want this?
Why do you have my marker?
Because I grabbed it from underneath those papers that you set down. I was going to give it to you, but you were working.
Oh, okay. So now I need to get rid of the bottom. How do we get rid of the bottom? You're going to multiply each side by 15 over 1, otherwise known as just 15. So this becomes 30 is greater than x plus 3. Okay? Now I'm going to subtract 3. Subtract 3. 27 is greater than x. This confuses people because the x is on the wrong side. I have no idea why so many people have difficulties with this, but they do. So what do you think they do to this problem that's totally 100% wrong? They flip the numbers, okay? This is in red because it's wrong. They'll just do this. You can't do that, okay? This points at x. So if you want to rewrite it, sure, go ahead, but make sure that still points at x. Now people can do this problem. I don't see the difference, but if you have to switch it, that's fine. Make sure you don't. This basically says 27 is greater than x. Well, in negation math, that's the same thing as saying x is less than 27. Again, on this one, I'm going to go straight to interval notation. I know it's not less than or equal to. I know it's less than, so this is going to be negative infinity to 27. What do I put here? A brace or a bracket? Sorry, a parenthesis or a bracket?
Bracket.
Parenthesis.
Oh, I was right. Why?
It does not equal it.
Also, it can't, because it can't be.
It can't be 27. Okay?